My mother died of pneumonia when I was just a kid. My father had kept their wedding cake in the freezer for 10 whole years. After the funeral, he gave it to the yard man. He tried to act cheerful, but he could never be consoled by the little stranger he found in his house. Then, one day, hoping to begin a new life away from the scene of all his memories, he moved us from Texas to Fort Dupree, South Dakota.
15 어린 소년 홀리는 몇 해 전 폐렴으로 어머니를 잃고 간판화가인 아버지와 소원한 관계를 유지 중입니다. 쓰레기 수거원으로 일하는 청년 키트. 홀리의 집 앞에서 그녀와 첫 대면을 합니다.
Hi, I'm Kit. I'm not keeping you from anything important, am I?
No.
Oh, incidentally, my last name is Carruthers. Sounds a little too much like your others, huh?
It's okay.
Yeah, well, nobody asked me what I thought. They just hung it on me.
아버지의 목소리가 들리자 급히 자리를 뜨는 홀리.
I gotta run.
Well, hey, wait. When am I gonna see you again?
Who was that?
Just some boy. Is that gonna kill the grass?
Heard the news, Kip? You've been fired. Ain't that a hell of a note?
Oh, I don't need my keys anymore. I'll just leave them with him nice and handy.
What kind of work do you think you'd be qualified for? I just gotta get this.
Well, I can't think of anything at the moment.
다음 날
He was handsomer than anybody I'd ever met. He looked just like James Dean.
다시 홀리를 찾아온 키트.
Hi. Hey, with my job.
Great.
Well, I'm going to work as a cowboy now.
대화를 나누던 둘은 시내로 드라이브를 나서고
You're redhead.
I know.
Anybody ever call you red?
Yeah, don't like it.
Can I come around and see you tomorrow?
Okay.
둘은 자연스럽게 사랑에 빠집니다.
Kit went to work in the feedlot while I carried on with my studies. Little by little, we fell in love. I was surprised that he took such a liking to me. He said that I was grand, though, that he wasn't interested in me for sex, and that coming from him, this was a compliment. He'd never met a 15-year-old girl who behaved more like a grown-up and wasn't giggly. Of course, I had to keep all this a secret from my dad. He would have had a fit, since Kit was 10 years older than me and came from the wrong side of the tracks, so-called. Our time with each other was limited, and each lived for the precious hours when he or she could be with the other, away from all the cares of the world. My stomach's growling. He wanted to die with me, and I dreamed of being lost forever in his arms. The whole time, the only thing I did wrong was throwing out my fish when he got sick. Later, I got a new one, but this incident kept on bothering me, and I turned to Kit.
Well, he was sick. You couldn't do much about that.
점점 많은 시간을 함께하는 두 사람.
I didn't mind telling Kit about stuff like this, 'cause strange things happen in his life, too, and some of the stuff he did was strange. For instance, he faked his signature whenever he used it to keep other people from forging important papers with his name.
결국 더 깊은 관계까지 맺게 되고
Did it go the way it's supposed to? Is that all there is to it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's over. For a while, I was afraid I might die before it happened. Had a wreck or some deal like that. You don't care about anything I say, though.
You know what I think?
What?
We should crunch our hands with this stone. That way we'd never forget what happened today.
But it would hurt.
Well, that's the point, stupid.
Kit made a solemn vow that he would always stand beside me and let nothing come between us. He wrote this out in writing, put the paper in a box with some of our little tokens and things, then sent it off in a balloon he'd found while on the garbage route. His heart was filled with longing as he watched it drift off. Something must have told him that we'd never live these days of happiness again, that they were gone forever.
이 사실을 알게 된 아버지는 끔찍한 벌을 내립니다.
As punishment for deceiving him, he went and shot my dog.
그리고는 홀리와 키트를 떼어놓기 위해 그녀를 음악학원에 머물게 하죠.
Take extra music lessons every day after school and wait there till he came to pick me up. He said that if the piano didn't keep me off the streets, maybe the clarinet would.
결국 직접 아버지를 찾아온 키트.
You know Holly? Well, she means an awful lot to me, sir.
하지만 여전히 아버지는 키트가 마음에 들지 않고
I don't want you to hang around anymore. I don't want to see you again.
Tastes all kind, sir.
별 수확 없이 발걸음을 돌립니다. 이번엔 직접 홀리의 집을 방문하는데 몰래 홀리의 집에 들어와 그녀의 짐을 싸기 시작합니다. 키트는 당황한 기색 없이 총을 갖고 있다며 아버지를 협박하고
Got a gun here, sir. It's always a good idea to have one around.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm taking Holly off with me.
I'm turning you over to the authorities.
What for?
Coming on my property with a gun.
No, you're not either.
Yeah? Why not?
Because I can't allow it. Hey! Hey, wait a minute! Suppose I shot you. How'd that be? Huh? You want to hear what it sounds like? Hey, where you going?
결국 총에 맞은 아버지.
Are you gonna be okay?
허무하게 죽음을 맞이하는데 눈물 한 방울 흘리지 않는 홀리.
How about off, Izzy? We better call the doctor.
You don't need a doctor.
Are you sure?
If you don't believe me, see for yourself.
키트는 무덤덤하게 아버지의 시신을 창고로 옮깁니다.
I found the toaster. Don't worry, honey. I'm gonna...
Listen, maybe we ought to tell somebody about this.
Too late now.
Why?
They're not gonna listen to me. You either. You kidding?
Suppose the neighbors heard the noise.
Wouldn't be funny. I'll be back after a while. If you want to call the police, that's fine. It won't be so hot for me.
잠시 자리를 비운 키트.
My girl Holly and I decided to kill ourselves. Same way I did her dad. He was provoking me when I popped him. And that's what it was like. Pop. I can't deny we've had fun, though. And that's more than I can say for some. My girl Holly and I decided to kill ourselves. Same way I did her dad.
녹음해둔 메시지와 함께 집을 태웁니다.
Kit made me get my books from school so I wouldn't fall behind. We'd be starting a new life, he said, and we'd have to change our names. His would be James, mine would be Priscilla. We'd hide out like spies somewhere in the north where people didn't ask a lot of questions.
결국 키트에게 자신의 운명을 맡기기로 한 홀리.
But I sensed that my destiny now lay with Kit, for better or for worse, and that it was better to spend a week with one who loved me for what I was than years of loneliness.
두 사람은 한 외딴 숲에 몸을 숨깁니다.
We planned a huge network of tunnels under the forest floor, and our first order of business every morning was to decide on a new password for the day. Now and then we'd sneak out at night and steal a chicken or a bunch of corn or some melons from a melon patch. Mostly, though, we just lay on our backs and stared at the clouds, and sometimes it was like being in a big marble hall, the way we talked in low voices and heard the tiniest sound. He gave me lectures on how a gun works, how to take it apart and put it back together again in case I had to carry on without him. One day I carried 30 pounds of wood a distance of 5 miles. Another day, while hiding in the forest, I covered my eyes with makeup to see how they'd come out.
Take it for a game.
어느덧 숲속에서의 삶에 적응해가는 두 사람.
I grew to love the forest. The cooing of the doves and the hum of dragonflies in the air made it always seem lonesome and like everybody's dead and gone. When the leaves rustled overhead, it was like the spirits were whispering about all the little things that bothered them. One day, while taking a look at some vistas in Dad's stereopticon, it hit me that I was just this little girl, born in Texas, whose father was a sign painter, who had only just so many years to live. It sent a chill down my spine, and I thought, where would I be this very moment if Kit had never met me or killed anybody? This very moment. If my mom had never met my dad, if she'd have never died, and what's the man I'll marry going to look like? What's he doing right this minute? Is he thinking about me now by some coincidence, even though he doesn't know me? Does it show on his face? For days afterwards, I lived in dread. Sometimes I wished I could fall asleep and be taken off to some magical land. But this never happened.
홀리는 늘 그렇듯 공상에 잠기지만 키트와 함께하는 이곳은 그야말로 황무지일 뿐입니다. 그러던 어느 날 둘만의 안식처로 다가오는 누군가. 두 사람은 황급히 몸을 숨기고 서서히 포위망을 좁혀오는 남자들.
Hey.
키트는 순식간에 남자들을 제압하고
Get in the car, Red.
그들이 현상금 사냥꾼이었다는 걸 눈치챈 키트. 더 이상 이곳은 안전하지 않기에 두 사람은 키트의 애친구 카토의 집으로 거처를 옮깁니다.
Take it, son of a bitch.
식사를 대접하는 카토.
The other day, though, an old boy plowing in the field over there found some old coins. Kind of round like so, and gold.
Where at?
Well, over in that field over there.
식사를 마치고 잠시 벌판으로 향하는데
Kit, maybe I better get a shovel.
Okay.
I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
키트는 카토의 행동이 심상치 않다는 걸 눈치챕니다.
Kato! The shovel's in the truck!
그리고 망설임 없이 카토에게까지 총상을 입히죠. 서서히 죽어가는 카토.
He didn't say anything to me about it.
두 사람은 다시 한번 태연하게 카토를 바라봅니다.
Hi.
숨이 멎어가는 카토와 대화하는 홀리.
That your spider in there? In that bottle?
카토도 별다른 저항 없이 대화를 이어가는데 바로 그때 집 앞에 도착한 차 한 대.
Where's Kato?
카토를 찾는 그들에게 총을 겨누는 키트.
Let's just go out in this field here.
Okay, come on, you two down. Sorry.
지하 대피소에 그들을 가두고서는
I'm gonna shut the door.
문틈으로 총을 쏩니다.
Think I got him?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not going down there and look.
Suddenly I was thrown into a state of shock. Kit was the most trigger-happy person I'd ever met. He claimed that as long as you're playing for keeps and the law's coming at you, it's considered okay to shoot all witnesses. You had to take the consequences, though, and not whine about it later. He'd never seemed like a violent person before, except for once, when he said he'd like to rub out a couple of guys whose names he didn't care to mention. It all goes to show how you can know a person and not really know him at the same time. We're in for it now, if they catch us. What'd you put him in there for?
Just keep him out of the sun.
차를 훔쳐 타고 다시 먼 길을 떠난 두 사람.
The whole country was out looking for us, for who knew where Kit would strike next. Posses and vigilance committees were set up from Texas to South Dakota. People left their lights on when they went to sleep. My clarinet teacher said I probably wasn't responsible, but others said I was. Then, on Thursday, the governor of Oklahoma sent out the National Guard to stand watch at the Federal Reserve Bank in Tulsa when word got out that Kit meant to rob it. It was like the Russians had invaded.
그들의 다음 목적지는 한 부잣집.
We needed supplies, so we went to a rich man's house. Kit figured it'd be safer and quicker than shopping in the downtown.
Hi, I'm here to check the meter. My tools are in here.
신부를 숨긴 채 집 안에 들어가는 데 성공합니다.
Sorry to barge in on you.
입장과 동시에 요구사항을 밝히는 키트.
We're on the run. And, I'd like to hang out here for a while, a couple hours maybe. How'd that be? Next time I ring, that means it's time to clear out.
I left Kit in the parlor and went for a stroll outside the house. The day was quiet and serene, but I didn't notice, for I was deep in thought and not even thinking about how to slip off. The world was like a faraway planet to which I could never return. I thought what a fine place it was, full of things that people can look into and enjoy.
Of course, Holly and I have had fun, even if it has been rushed. So far, we're doing fine. Hadn't got caught.
집주인과 하녀를 방 한켠에 가두고 여유롭게 시간을 보내던 중 때마침 들리는 초인종 소리.
Hi, Mr. Garber here?
Yeah. The thing about him, he's down with the flu. He's sick.
Really? It's only he called last night and asked if I'd come by.
Well, he didn't have it last night. Bye.
다행히 그를 돌려보낸 키트는 급히 짐을 챙겨 다시 한번 이곳에서 달아납니다. 이번엔 고급 캐딜락을 빌려가죠. 고속도로를 피해 대초원지대를 가로지르는 키트와 홀리. 몬타나 산맥으로 뻗은 전화선을 따라 먼 길을 달려갑니다.
We made our headlong way, steering by the telephone lines toward the mountains of Montana. Kit had sometimes ram a cow to save on ammo and we'd cook it. Once we had to eat a bunch of saltgrass. It tasted like cabbage. For gas, we used the leakage from the valves of the pipelines we found along the way. Drip gas is what it's called in that part of the country. Little by little, we approached the border. Kit was glad to leave South Dakota behind and cursed its name. He said that if the communists ever dropped the atomic bomb, he wished they'd put it right in the middle of Rapid City. That's Montana over there.
I never been to Montana. Acquaintance of mine's been there, but I hadn't. Never had any reason to.
We lived in utter loneliness, neither here nor there. Kit said that solitude was a better word, because it meant more exactly what I wanted to say. Whatever the expression, I told him we couldn't go on living this way.
Why not? I mean, I'm having fun. At least I'm not bitching.
Well, I feel like a kind of like an animal living out here. There's no place to bathe and not any place to get anything good to eat.
Well, I'll catch you a big trout as soon as we get to the mountains. Everybody loves trout.
I'm serious. In the distance, I saw a train making its way silently across the plain, like the caravan in the adventures of Marco Polo. It was our first taste of civilization in weeks, and I asked Kit if we could have a closer look. Before we left, he shot a football that he considered excess baggage. Afterwards, he took and buried some of our things in a bucket. He said that nobody else would know where we put them, and that we'd come back someday, maybe, and they'd still be sitting here, just the same, but we'd be different. And if we never got back, well, somebody might dig them up 1,000 years from now, and wouldn't they wonder?
홀리는 점점 떠돌이 생활에 지쳐가기 시작합니다. 대책 없이 마음 가는 대로 움직이는 키트에게도 점점 불만을 갖게 되죠.
We took off at sunset on a line toward the mountains of Saskatchewan. For Kit, a magical land beyond the reach of the law. He needed me now more than ever, but something had come between us. I'd stopped even paying attention to him. That night, we moved closer to the border, and clear across the prairie at the very edge of the horizon, we could make out the gas fires of the refineries at Missoula, while to the south we could see the lights of Cheyenne, a city bigger and grander than I'd ever seen. I felt all kind of things looking at the lights of Cheyenne, but most important, I made up my mind to never again tag around with the hell-bent type, no matter how in love with him I was. Finally, I found the strength to tell Kit this. I pointed out that even if we got to the far north, he still couldn't make a living.
I could get a job with the mines. Northwest Mines. Hell, I got overqualification.
What?
Nothing. Hey, don't touch that. Nat King Cole.
Only touches lips that lie a blossom.
Kit knew the end was coming. He wondered if he'd hear the doctor pronounce him dead, or if he'd be able to read what the papers would say about him the next day, from the other side. He dreaded the idea of being shot down alone, he said, without a girl to scream out his name. Then for an instant, the sight of the mountains and the dawn light got his hopes back up.
God, what a sight.
The dream has ended.
캐나다를 향해 몬타나를 가로지르던 중 기름이 떨어지자 키트는 잠시 차를 멈춰 세웁니다.
Morning. You got any gas?
Who are you?
Name's Carruthers. Believe I shoot people every now and then. Not that I deserve a medal.
그런데 그때 경찰 헬기가 그들을 향해 다가오는데
Come on, let's make a run for the car.
I don't want to. I just don't want to go.
도망치는 삶의 실증을 느낀 홀리는 키트의 말을 거절합니다.
What is wrong with you? Hey! What is the matter with you? Hey!
You want a second chance and listen. 12 noon at Grand Coulee Dam, New Year's Day, 1964. You meet me there. Now, you got that?
그렇게 홀리를 뒤로하고 홀로 먼 길을 떠난 키트. 다행히 한 주유소에 들르는데
Say, you got any shells for a Savage 300 Savage?
그새 나타난 경찰과 다시 한번 추격전을 벌입니다.
Many times I've wondered what was going through Kit's head before they got him, and why he didn't make a run for it while he still had the chance. Did he figure they'd just catch him the next day? Was it despair? He claimed to having a flat tire, but the way he carried on about it, I imagine this is false.
키트는 경찰을 따돌리지만 이내 차를 멈춰 세웁니다.
Hi.
I'll put the other on yourself.
순순히 보안관의 차에 올라탄 키트.
Well, you boys have performed like a couple of heroes. Don't think I'm not gonna pass it around when we get to town. You toss my hat out the window.
Want to sue me?
No.
Kid? Kid, I got a question for you. You like people?
They're okay.
Then why'd you do it?
I don't know. I always wanted to be a criminal, I guess. Just not this big one. Takes all kinds of...
You know who that sumbitch looks like? You know, don't you?
No.
I'd kiss your ass if you don't look like James Dean.
특유의 너스레와 빛나는 외모로 경찰과 주 방위군 병사들에게 인간적인 매력을 발휘합니다.
Hey, kid, who's your favorite saint?
Eddie Fisher? Who's yours?
Eddie Fisher.
Damn. You want a pen?
How old are you?
Don't you read the papers?
You ever been married?
No, I haven't.
그리고 다시 마주하게 된 두 사람. 키트는 모든 책임을 본인이 지겠다며 홀리를 안심시키고
Don't worry now, I'm gonna get you off these charges. There's a whole lot of other boys out there waiting for you. You're gonna have a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Sims. Sorry if I caused you any inconvenience.
You didn't cause me any trouble.
Thanks anyway.
Kid,
Tom,
good luck to you.
thank you very much.
I mean it.
I know you do.
Kit and I were taken back to South Dakota. They kept him in solitary, so he didn't have a chance to get acquainted with the other inmates, though he was sure they'd like him, especially the murderers. Myself, I got off with probation and a lot of nasty looks. Later, I married the son of the lawyer who defended me. Kit went to sleep in the courtroom while his confession was being read, and he was sentenced to die in the electric chair. On a warm spring night, 6 months later, after donating his body to science, he did.
다시 사우스다코타주로 호송되는 그들을 비추며 영화는 막을 내립니다. 오늘 소개해드린 영화는 테렌스 멜릭 감독의 황무지입니다. 영화는 1959년 사우스다코타의 작은 마을에 사는 어린 소녀 홀리가 아버지를 살해한 청년 키트와 사랑에 빠지며 벌어지는 도주극을 담고 있지만 흔한 로맨스나 범죄 영화와는 다른 결을 지니고 있는데요. 영화는 폭력과 죽음을 극적으로 소비하지 않고 홀리의 무덤덤한 나레이션을 통해 모든 사건을 건조하게 나열합니다. 그 결과 관객은 인물의 감정에 몰입하기보다는 의미를 상실한 삶과 방향을 잃은 자유가 손상되어가는 과정을 멀리서나마 지켜보게 되죠. 본래 미국적인 로망과 젊음을 표현하던 광활한 자연과 청춘이라는 재료가 테렌스 멜릭의 세계에선 공허함을 기록하는 재료로 재탄생했다는 점이 이 영화가 명작으로 길이 칭송받는 이유가 되지 않을까 싶네요. 오늘 김장훈 씨가 준비한 이야기는 여기까지입니다. 감사합니다.